All right, Unit 2, Worksheet 1. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use our graphing calculator to see if a particular function or rule is linear or not. So very simple, all we're going to do is go in our calculator into Y1. And I'd really like you to actually do this along with me and not just watch, just so you see where all this goes. So we're going to type in the y equals 2x squared. So y1 equals 2x squared. And simply graph it. So is this linear? No, it's not. And in fact, we could have done this in different order. But we're going to just go ahead and put a graph on here. And this doesn't have to be a perfect graph, just a rough graph. I just want you to see what shape it is. And then on the table, you go second table. And I just want you to put some values in here. So 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 8, and 3, 18. And remember, if these are going up the same, if delta x, change in x, is the same, then delta y, change in y, should be the same, or the first differences should be the same, and they're not. They're going up at different rates. So this is not linear. All right, so number 2, so you do the same thing, and I'm going to let you fill that one out, but I'll show you how to set it up. So you're going to just put that same equation in. Remember, don't use the negative, the minus sign. You have to use negative 3x. And then here you have to use the minus sign. I know that's a little confusing, but if it's between two terms, it's got to be the minus sign. If it's just by itself, then it's going to be that negative sign. Plus 4, and then you'll take a look at the table and write down some values and see if they're always going up by the same amount. And look at the graph and see and sketch that graph. All right. So that's it on that part. All right, this worksheet's a little backwards, actually. It goes from hardest to easiest. So we may just do that backwards. So on these down here, on the graph, you're just saying, is it linear or not? So this one, yes, that's a line. Is that a line? No. Is that a line? No. Okay? So I'm not writing some of these down because I want people to listen. On these, remember the rule. It has to be x to the first power, not x in the denominator, not x to another power, but x to the first power and y to the first power, but all of them that we're doing in Algebra 1 are y to the first power. Okay, so this one then would be these, x is in the denominator, so that's not, x is cubed, so that's not, but x and y are both to the first power, so that is a line. These, remember, if these are going up the same every time, then these need to go up the same every time. So that's up 3, and that's up 5, and that's up 7, so that is not linear. This one, up 4, up 2, up 7, this one is not going up the same every time. You'd actually have to do delta y over delta x to see if this is the same. So that goes up 4 and that goes up 2, so that would be 2 over 4 is 1/2. This goes up 1, this goes up 2, so that's 1 over 2 is 1/2. This goes up 3, and this goes up 6, so 3 over 6 is indeed the same as 1/2. So yes, this one is linear. All right, so these are going up the same every time, 2 every time, so these should be going up the same. So minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, so yes, that is linear. And this one, going up by 4, going up by 4, going up by 4. So those are going up the same every time, so let's see this. Up by 8, by 8, and up by 6. So no, that is not linear. All right, so on the tables, if x is going up the same every time, then y should be going up the same if it's a line. If these are not going up the same, then you have to do the delta y over delta x, and you may need to reduce the fractions. Or you could have put this in a calculator. Second quit. 2 divided by 4, oh, excuse me, 2 divided by 4, 0.5, 1 divided by 4 is, I'm sorry, 1 divided by 2, 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, that should work out. 3 divided by 6 is 0.5, all of those are 0.5. So that is why that one is linear. Okay, that's it on this worksheet.